Okay, there is this question from Wondwosen Ayele Abebe. Hello, my name is Wondwosen from Ethiopia. What is the difference between sponsor and host? First of all, a host is just an address. When you are filling the form DS260, there is a question which says, write down the address where you live in the United States. That address is where they will send the actual card to. Write down the address where you'll be staying in the US. That address can be the following. It can be my address as a person. Because you do not know any person, maybe you know me, I can say, okay, come and stay at this address. The US government, they don't care whether you're going to stay with someone or you're not going to stay with someone. They need the address, just the address where you're going to stay. So if you go to stay with someone, that's what we call the host. So still the host is the address. The point is just the address. You can find another way. The place to stay in US, the address can be apartment. If you have the money, just assume the billionaire in Africa, Dangote, from Nigeria, if he wins the DV lottery, I'm sure he has green card already. Let's say he wins the DV lottery. He doesn't need to come to live at me with my family here. He can buy his own house. He can have an apartment. So he doesn't need to wait for a host. There is no where are you going to stay? Put the address. This is the address where I'm going to stay. So if you have the money to get the apartment, good for you. If you don't have the money, you find someone to stay with, this is what you're supposed to do. Then, what if you don't have, you want to stay in the hotel? Put the address, it doesn't matter. So that is the address where you're going to stay. Then the issue of sponsor. Question is, who is sponsoring you? The V Lottery is not a sponsorship program. If it's a sponsorship, the US government is the one who is sponsoring you. For my case, I'm an American citizen. If I'm going to file for my mother, I'm going to sponsor, I'm going to petition, I'm going to give, because of me, I'm going to give immigration status. Let's start with that one. But people get confused affidavit of support that this is a sponsor, my sponsor. Because of that confusion, they used to require what we call affidavit of support from I-134. Not all embassies, few embassies, they used to require that form. But because of the confusion, the US government, they don't want that what you call yourself as a sponsor. Because what you call a sponsor, how much money he has, is the sponsor really truly, the person you do not know is really truly going to sponsor you in case you don't have the money in America? No, he doesn't have that money. Just by saying I get this salary doesn't mean that you take the money from paycheck to give to you. And that is the meaning of the sponsor. So because of that, the US government has introduced the public charge form. You on your case, you need to prove that I will not depend on the US government in case I come to America. That means the US government will not need to give you the insurance, Medicaid, because you'll be able to cover your own insurance. The US government will not give you the money for food under food stamp because you have their own money to cover for food. The US government will not give the cash aid because you have money. That's the meaning. So sponsor is yourself at this moment. After the introduction of the public charge, yourself, you are sponsoring your own life. You need to prove to the US government, I'm going to America, I will not depend on the US government. I'm going to depend on myself. And to prove that, these are my resources. I have this car, which the worth of this car is maybe $7,000. I have this house in my home country. I have this farm. I have this whatever weight of gold I have the money in the bank, this amount. That is you are going to sponsor yourself. No one is sponsoring you. So the host is just address. Either it's a person, or you can rent an apartment, you can rent a hotel. It's up to you. Wherever you go to find the address where you'll be staying in the US, put the address there. They don't care whether there is a name of a person. They want just the address. And you are not required, oh, I'm going to stay in this host. No. But down the road, they want to know how are you going to take care of yourself once you arrive in America. That's why even in the form public charge, you have to indicate, do you have health insurance? If no, promise that you'll have your own health insurance upon your arrival in America. And they have the video for that. I believe I've been able to cover the difference between what you call the sponsor and the host. So no matter what, you have to fill the DSC 5540 public charge. Even if someone in America say, oh, I'll give you my fine tax return, whatever it is. If someone is going to sponsor you, tell that person to take that money to sponsor you, to give you and put in your bank account. That is to sponsor someone. Not to sponsor, oh, you only have a problem. No, now you have a problem to prove that you can take care of your own life. Put the money in the bank.